Hey all, it's Scott from digitaltreason.com. Just coming to you. I went out to the site of the massacre this morning at Century 16 Theaters. Gotta say, man, what a somber experience. Went out there for a couple reasons. I went out there for the main reason to pay my respects to the people that are no longer with us. And went out there to pray for the people that are involved to have a speedy, quick, healthy recovery, and hopefully they can get over this tragedy that they've had to go through. Another reason I went out there was a guy named Scott Creighton. I hope I'm saying his name right. And he's got a site called American Everyman. So I'm going to put some links to his stories down below this video in the article. Also, there's another article that was on Before It's News, something like that, about there was blood outside the theater, and it's a very interesting article to read. I'll get into that a little bit more, but Scott's stuff. Scott, if you're seeing this, hopefully you're okay with me linking to your site, because you got some really good research on this. Basically, Scott's research was saying, basically, who's telling the truth and who's lying to us? We're told by the media that Holmes was in all his tactical gear and had all his stuff around him and on him when he gave up. But pictures of the scene with the cops there and everything show a different story. Shows a gas mask about 225 feet away, and it shows all the gear 225 feet away from his car and the entrance, and all his gear about 10 feet away, I'm guessing 10-15 feet away, and then the AR-15 right at the door of the movie theater in the back door. Now, I went out there to shoot this video, but I really didn't feel comfortable doing it out there because of the respect of the people I just mentioned that are living through this tragedy. It wasn't the right time to do it out there, but I did take some pictures. So I decided to do this when I got back home. Looking at Scott's stuff, his pictures, being the civil engineering background I've done tons of parking lots, and I know exactly how big these parking spaces are. They're 9 foot long, or 9 foot wide by 18 feet long, more than likely. So if you look at his stuff, you can kind of gauge and put a perspective on the distances away from everything was. The gas mask. You know, football field is 300 feet, 100 yards. The gas mask was 225 feet away from his car. That's a long way. And also, the other article I'm going to be putting up about the blood. The blood started about 7 stalls away from the car, and it went right back into the theater. And someone got shot or whatever and was bleeding pretty badly because there's a lot of blood. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I never heard of anyone getting shot outside or any of the victims going outside. So, I can only assume a few things. I can't say it's the truth because not enough information, but I have a belief. Oh, nice. Cop car just went down the street. Before I get to that, let me just tell something about Scott's thing. He was talking about security cameras, once on the security cameras there, and he thought there were security cameras on the building. I got pictures I'll post also that show there's no security cameras at all. So we're pretty much screwed on that aspect. If we had security camera video, this stuff wouldn't be a story, it'd be fact. Because they would show who actually was the shooter and what happened when the shooter gave up or whatever that happened outside. So back to my little theory. My belief is different than the truth. It's my belief. I can't prove it yet, but deep down in my gut, this is why I feel. I don't think Holmes was a shooter. Was he involved? Oh, hell yeah. Mind control? More than likely, because yesterday at the court hearing, he was drugged out of his skull. And to go to that aspect, when do we in America allow a person in custody to be so drugged up at a court hearing, advising him of his rights? The people that are holding him, the authorities, have to make sure he is perfectly clear-headed and of his right mind, not drugged up beyond recognition. That bugged me, because that's saying one thing to me. The cops or the authorities or whoever don't want him saying anything. You wonder why he's not saying anything? Because he is so tanked up on whatever they got him on. I don't believe he shot the people. Like I said, the news report said he was all in his full gear when they found him, when he gave up. And now we got pictures that show the gear scattered around back there. Either the media and the authorities are lying to us, or the cops just totally destroyed the evidence and moved everything. I have a kind of hard feeling, it's hard to realize that they would do that on this scale of a massacre. What else? Oh, the location of the theater. It's right to the west. There's the Aurora Mall, and right next to that is Interstate 225. Very close for a getaway. Just hop on the highway and you're gone. What's even more interesting is to the east of it, probably about another 2 miles or so, I'm guessing, is Buckley Air Force Base. There was a commando unit that did this. Boy, they were close, weren't they? I mean, how close can you get? My other theory is, well, it goes along the same theory, is that the shooter died at the scene. There's a few reasons I feel this. When's the last time you heard a cop letting a guy that's loaded down with 4 weapons and tactical gear live after something major happened like this? They shoot people with knives. They killed him with knives. Why didn't they shoot this guy? He still had the weapons on him. Then there's the thing about the blood. No one was shot outside the theater, from what I can tell. And no one that was shot came out and ran back in. The only other person that's out there in the back is a person or persons who shot all these people. Someone got shot, tried to run back in, didn't make it. There's no other explanation for all this blood. So that's nothing. No one's in the media saying anything about this. It's kind of like this morning I woke up and there was nothing being covered on this except for the victims, which I understand. We need to have the victim stories out there and they need to express what they feel. But it's like the case is already done. And there's so many questions out there that they haven't answered. It's like, okay, we got the shooter, we know what he did, boom, 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 we're done. The media has given up. I tweeted these 2 stories I'm going to post to Daniel Petty of the Denver Post yesterday. And after I tweeted them to him, I go, you going to be a repeater or a reporter? That kind of got him riled up, and he said, relax, dude. We work on speculation. We work on fact, not speculation. My reply back was, relax, dude. 71 of my fellow Coloradans got gunned down in cold blood. And I see the media doing nothing to help solve this case. And I'm not going to relax. Sorry. I gave him all this information, and I guarantee he will do nothing with it. Which is really disheartening and sad. And also, I told him, I worked the last 3 days before yesterday. Didn't have a chance to do much research on this. Yesterday I was off. It took me one whole day to find out a lot of things that don't fit, that aren't right, that are not true. I tweeted back to him that, it took me one day. Average Joe. I'm not a journalist. I don't have any college degree in any of that in journalism. I'm just a regular average guy. And I found more in one day than these guys have reported on in 3. So what's that tell you? But, like I said, it's a very sombering experience. And, like I said, I believe there was 13th death. Because this has all signs of a ritual, and 13 is a huge number of these guys. And there's only 12. But they have all the blood, or someone else got shot. Who was it that did it? I don't know. The only thing I believe in my heart is Holmes is a mind-controlled patsy that's taken the fall for this. And we are not being told anything near the truth on this. And my goal is to find out everything I can about this and report back to you guys on what I find. So I'm going to end it with that, and hopefully someone in local media has the balls to look into this stuff, because that's the only way this is going to get out to the masses, with the media, the local media. I can only get out to a few people, but I want to know why these 12 people, or 13, 12, because if it's 13 and the shooter died, he should have died. I hope he died a horrible death. But these other 12 didn't deserve it. And I want to tell their story. They know now what happened. They can't tell us. They're with their loved ones on the other side, and they know. And we owe it to them to tell the truth and have the truth come out. Because I'm tired of this stuff. I'm tired of these guys getting away with murder. There's so much death that's caused by the elites. It's unreal. And it's getting to be too much. It's every day stuff is getting more worse, And I don't know if there's anything we can do to stop it, but this happened in my neck of the woods, and I want to try my best to find out what really happened. So, with that, I'm signing off. Visit digitaltreason.com if you want to know the truth. If not, keep watching the mainstream news. Be a sheep, be a zombie. And I will try to find out the truth. And I hope others will contact me or comment on anything and let me know if they know anything else. Take care, and God bless.